sportsbetting.com on Mile High Sports Radio, 98.1 FM in the Mile High City. This is Denver, Colorado. I'm Jordan Kurtz, sitting alongside Josh Fremd. We are about to get into some current events around the combat sports world. This segment is brought to you by Comments from the Peanut Gallery. Check us out at Comments from the Peanut Gallery on Instagram. Also subscribe on YouTube. So, Josh, getting into the current events slate this weekend, starting off on Thursday, so tomorrow night, CFFC will host their historic 100th card on UFC Fight Pass. There's going to be a lightweight title on the line. You know who also was a former CFFC lightweight champion?
Jordan, go ahead and tell the people.
He also fights this weekend. One, Nicholas Mota. So it's going to be a good one to see. You know, CFFC puts on a great show. They put a lot of people into the UFC.
100 is a big number. That's awesome. We also have CES 64. They're going to have 2 titles on the line Friday night on UFC Fight Pass, so go ahead and check those out.
Them boys back east, I know you're familiar with a lot of those guys who came up to the CES ranks. You mentioned Mike Davis being one of them right there. That was Boston boys. Titan FC goes down on Friday night on UFC Fight Pass. They've got a flyweight title on the line. Now, this bum Rob Fuller is on the card. He was booked this last weekend to fight George Buzzsaw Martinez and literally walked out of the arena. He showed up and walked out. So, you know, if you're listening, Rob Fuller, you're a bum for that.
Rob Fuller, I hate you, bro. All right. We also have the Rizin Fighting Federation. Their good crown jewel of modern Japanese MMA returns this Friday night to pay-per-view. Always a good shout-out watching those guys fight out there. Always want other promotions, you know, to promote MMA around the world.
Certainly. You know, JMMA has been such a influence in the landscape of our mixed martial arts culture. You know, we wouldn't be where we're at today in the mixed martial arts world without all of those years of great products coming from JMMA.
Yeah.
And, you know, in turn, I miss some of the spectacle elements that a lot of the JMMA shows have. So if those who may not understand exactly what I'm talking about, JMMA, Japanese MMA, was very big on very elaborate and grandiose style entrances.
Yeah. It made it fun, made it entertaining. And also the crowds in JMMA, like, it's very quiet until something happens, like, exciting. And because they're really watching, they're really paying attention. And the crowds out there are always amazing.
Definitely. They're going to be scrapping out there in Big Sky Country this Saturday night with Fusion Fight League. That card is available for you to stream on fight.tv. Fusion is another regional show that they've had some guys who have then been able to make their initial mark, get their legs underneath them through the Fusion Fight League, that then go on to fight for your combates, your LFAs, your bigger next stage promotion.
You know, we also have this weekend for Rocky Mountain Rubicon 7. It takes place down in Pueblo this weekend. Notably, we have Osmosis Jones. I got my second win, pimp. He's going to make the walk for the 3rd time in 2 months. He's taking on Juan Gonzalez, who lost in a CFFC title fight against Mota in his last fight back in 2019. You know, I'm really pumped for Austin to go out here. He's been nothing but a hard worker and a leader in the gym, and he's going out and he's just showing off all his hard work, and that's going to be great to see him. We also have one more teammate on that card, Brandon Manoff. Excited for him to go out there and have his first fight under the Factory X banner.
Definitely. You know, anytime that we can give the fighters in the state a local platform to be able to showcase their skills, it's a good thing to have. You know, it's a good thing for everybody involved, everybody around. Robert Real Deal Trujillo is going to be fighting on that card. He's also one of ours within the Colorado Combat Club ranks. So that's you know, just a good thing to see these guys having an opportunity to fight after being off for so long. Also, want to give a shout out to Isaiah Torres, who will be fighting on the card. Who, you know, you want to talk about a kid who shows up to fight? Isaiah Torres shows up to fight, and Isaiah Torres is that kid who, if there's a fight to be had, it doesn't matter. He's fought at 25, he's fought at 35, he's fought at 45. You want to kickbox, he'll kickbox. You want an MMA fight, he'll fight in MMA. You want to fight just boxing, he'll box. He goes and competes in jiu-jitsu tournaments all the time. This kid is just a flat-out fighter.
Jordan, I'm not a native, as you would say, but since I moved here, I learned who Isaiah Torres is, and he's someone you want to watch fight, no matter the rule set.
Certainly. And then naturally, folks, Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series will be back on ESPN Plus next Tuesday. Stick around after the break, folks. Josh and I have some juicy topics to dive into with 3 rounds. This is a segment this time that you do not want to miss. We're going to be hitting on, like I say, some very hard-hitting and deep dissecting topics that have been running through our MMA headlines throughout the last week. I'm Jordan Kurtz, sitting here alongside Josh Fremd. Hit us up on the Go Fast Energy Drink hotline and text line at 303-831-1340. This is the MMA Plug presented to you by DenverSportsBetting.com on Mile High Sports Radio, 98.1 FM